Sugar Diamond, and welcome back to yet another story time. I'm pretty excited to do this. I like doing story times, although I really need to come up with the interesting ones. I need to dig deep into the depths of my memory. So this first one is just going to be a quick little one, as I like to start off most of my story times with, and then we'll get a little more juicy as we go on. So the first story I have is like a quick little one. I would say maybe in like the summer or September or something. I was out in my backyard and I was just like playing with my bunnies, right? And then my neighbors, I have like a fence, right? And there's like cracks. It's called the friendly neighbor fence, I think. Yeah, if you don't know what it is, Google the friendly neighbor fence, and that's the type of fence that I have. So anyways, in case you didn't know, fence reveal, oh my goodness. So, I basically, also my fingers are never as red as, like, the lighting makes them. Like, they're actually not this red. Anyways, I was playing with my bunnies and my neighbors. We'll just say that this is my neighbor, okay? And he has a daughter and a wife, okay? And I'm just lazy. So, here's the fence, right? Use your imagination. They, like, peek through and the daughter's like, bunnies! And the neighbors are just staring at me through the fence, and I'm like, oh, and they're like, oh, hey! Oh, wow, look at the bunnies! And I'm like, that's totally not, like, invading my privacy. But, you know, whatever, like, it's fine. Okay, and I would tell you guys another story, but this one, I don't really think I want to tell them the story time. I don't really know what to say because I want to sort of save it. I don't know, it can be like really, it's sort of disturbing. I don't really want to talk about it because it's like sort of a bad flashback. This summer, before I went on vacation, I was at the airport, and the night before, my dad had one of his good friends who was a coworker over, and like, oh my gosh, the coworker like has like, I don't know how many kids he has, and like, some of them came over, yes, some of them. I think it was like 3 or 4 or something, I don't know. And they came over to my house, and I had to go to like, what was it? I think I had to go somewhere to like my friend's party or something. I can't remember. So anyways, I went over to my friend's, and there was this little like, what, 2-year-old or like 3-year-old or something, a 4-year-old, I don't know. And then like an 8-year-old kid or something, I don't know. And so the parents, like the mom, oh, there's 3 of them. 4 if you're counting when she was pregnant, because every time I see her, she's pregnant. Anyways, I really hope they don't see this video. If they do, that's awkward. Okay, so, yeah, so one of them, like the oldest one that was there at the time, there's older ones, but they weren't there, was just chilling, watching TV, throwing stuff around the basement in my house, and it was just wacky. And then there was this little toddler who I've never really liked. He was there, and I was gone, right? And my brother was gone, so they didn't have anyone to babysit. And before I left, I was basically their free babysitter, which is so fun, because that's how I love spending my weekends. So, right, we left, and then my parents were obviously talking to their parents, so nobody was really supervising the kids. The little baby, who's the main subject of my story, took all my art supplies and threw them outside, and like, the parents didn't do anything to stop the kid. And so later when I got home that night, at like 10 or 11 p.m., I had to clean up every single crayon that was stuck in like the cracks of the deck, you know, like the wood panels. And so I had to like pry them out because he jammed them in there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, kid. And it was raining too, and I was like, I need to get this before everything gets damaged and I lose like every art supply I have. So I don't even know where he got those, but you know, that happened. And then, before I got home, actually, around probably like 8 or 9, the little kid found my bucket of toy cars and animals. Luckily, no LPS were in there. I would have like died if any of my LPS were in that bucket. So essentially, here, let me set this up. So here's the annoying kid and a fire, right? Okay. So he found my old bucket of toys, and like, let me tell you that these were my childhood toys, and I still love them to this day, and every so often I will pull them out and just like revisit my memories, and I love them all so much. And like, they were my favorite toys growing up, like even more than LPS at the time. And he somehow found them because he raids my stuff, and I know he's like a toddler or whatever, but like literally, dude, like I don't care, get your own toys. And he was like, toys! I love toys! my dad and the coworker were sitting around the fire. So, don't ask me why the dad of that little dude is a bulldog. Yeah, okay. This story doesn't make much sense, so, I decided to not make it. Yeah. Boys, I want to throw them in the fire! Burn! Burn! And that is the tragedy of my toys. And I'm trying to make it comedic because I was actually super mad in real life. Like, I could not talk to him. I did not talk to my dad for the whole day. And I was really mad at him. And his dad was like, yes, kid, throw the toys in the fire. Look how fun that is. And still to this day, I am so mad. And the next time I see this kid, I'm going to throw him in the fire. That was a joke. Please take that as a joke. I would never throw somebody in the fire. I was thinking of locking him in a closet the next time I saw him too. Hopefully I never see him again. So yes, I'm still so salty about that to the day. He burnt my favorite animal too. My little baby giraffe toy, who I like literally loved so much, and I haven't pulled out my tub of animals ever since because I know that half of them are missing because my dad got it on video and my dad didn't even stop him, and I'm super mad. But you know, I have to forgive, and that's what I did, and it was really hard, and I'm still really mad at that. And like, those toys were really old because they've been like literally like pretty old toys. I would say that they're over 20 years old, and so you can't even find them on the market really anymore unless you want to pay like 20 million bucks for one. So thanks a lot, kid, and if you're watching this in the video, know that you screwed my life over. Sarcasm, but like literally if this kid ever watches this video, like you'll probably remember who you are, kid. Even though you're probably like 5 now or whatever, you really need to like learn a lesson not to throw things in the fire, because that is actually like, who does that? Like literally, and like the thing I don't get is why no adult stopped him. Like that just does not make any sense. And like I get that they had like a million other kids they had to watch or whatever, but like respect people. So I'm really mad about it actually. I'm really salty about it, and it makes me really sad because I know that when I look in that tub, half of those memories will be gone, and he threw like my favorite toys, and even some of them I bought with my own money, in the fire. So if this kid ever watching this video, you owe me $1,000. Thank you. Anyways, let's move on to another story before I start crying, because it actually really upsets me. And I remember I was on Instagram and I was going on a giant rant about it when I was in the airport. Like, I was just typing out my feelings, and I was like, I'm so, you know, and I was like, and a lot of you guys were concerned, and I love you guys are so nice. Okay, anyways, no, flash forward, backwind, whatever, to last year PE. I had this teacher, she was literally awesome, and I love her, and you know, I think she actually like likes me, and I'm like, yes, you're a queen. Here's my PE teacher, right? This is actually like what she would probably look like in LPS formal. What the heck was that? Okay. Let's see, what is that? Oh, it's a piece of dirt! How exciting. Here she was, right? And so we were like, besties! Okay, no, that would have been weird. Anyways, okay, just like a little backstory. Oh gosh, I am so sorry. And then she has a husband, who I also know. And I also know their kids, so that's fine. Their kids are like, whatever, 3 or whatever. I don't know, older, I don't know. Here's her husband, aka my coach for sports. I'm not gonna reveal the sports. Actually, I think I've already said what sport. No, it's not soccer, it's another sport I do. But anyways, that's for another video. So here they are, right? They're both teachers at the school, and I've had both of them. Okay, so this one I had for PE, right? I think she liked me, question mark. I sucked up the dance unit though, so let's not even talk about that, because I remember I had dinner with them. Oh my gosh, okay, that's another story. It was like for a team dinner though, so it wasn't just me, but it was really awkward because my parents were there, and yeah. Anyway, so these people, their family is the most pure family in the world. I literally love them. So, yeah, what was this story about? I've just been blabbering. Okay, so I had her for PE, right? And I have him as a coach, and then I'm gonna have him next year as a teacher. So I totally know their whole family, and they're my friend's neighbors, and I go over to my friend's house a lot, so I see them a lot just outside of school, which is super awkward too. So I don't remember what the story was about. Where are my notes? So you, mister, are out of the picture. Thank you so much. And then she is in the picture. So this was this year, right? So I had her last year, but she still remembers me, obviously, because I'm me. We always see each other and we always talk to each other because we always talk about the sport I do. And it's so awkward because, So, anyways, this was in October and I sort of, not really-ish, ditched school. Right, okay, so I was driving, right, and I had I had nothing else I needed to do at school. Like, it was basically advisory or free period or whatever you call it. So I was like, oh yeah, let's just leave, and like I had my parents' permission and whatever. So I guess it wasn't technically ditching, but like it sort of was. So as I was leaving the school, right, this is the school door, okay, I was like leaving the school, I was walking and I was like speed walking before I get caught, and then oh, hey, Misty. Who's that? Am I caught? Oh, hey! Hey! My teacher noticed me. So, what's up? How's school? Oh, it's great, you know? I'm just not walking across the street and totally just like heading out. It's in school. Definitely not me. Alright, we were walking and I was like ready to leave, you know? Whatever. And we were at the crosswalk and I was just standing there. She's like, okay, bye. And then, she was like, oh, can't wait for my husband to like coach you or whatever. Woo! And then, that's not what she actually likes. But like, okay. So she's over there, right? Okay, this is an intersection here. Let me like do this. Here is my intersection, very sloppy. So you know the cars, they can come out of here, right? Or they can come here. It's a four-way intersection with like stoplights, obviously. So I was over here, she was like over here. And then our things both turned green at the same time, so we walked across the street, right? And the thing is, I don't know if she actually knew that my car was over here, and I don't know if she was like knew that I was like following her when I was just going to my car. So we were both walking, right? And like we were just like this, and I was like, I need to keep my distance. I wish we could remember the conversation we had before we got to this point because it was just awkward. And I know she like knew that I was following her, like literally, like it was sort of obvious, and I was like, oh crud, what do I do? And so I was texting my friends to pretend like I was busy, right? Texting while walking, because that's so smart. And I was like, you'll never believe who I'm following. No, I didn't say that because that's creepy. But yeah, I just took a video and be like, guess who's ditching school and got caught by a teacher? Definitely not me. So yeah, as soon as like we got to like that at one point, I was like, she was like walking and I was like, oh gosh, I gotta go. And I was just like scrammed, you know? I just scrammed out of there, and then I'm pretty sure I'm like 99% sure she went to Chipotle. I should have gone there and just be like, hey, can I sit with you, teacher? Just kidding, that's so weird. Anyways, that was my awkward moment, sort of getting caught, I guess, from ditching school. Don't ditch, kids. Don't do it unless it's your senior year and you really don't have anything to do. My age, I'm not saying if I'm a senior or not. You guys can leave your assumptions in the comments down below. I should do another weird assumptions video. Oh my gosh, I'm so smart sometimes. Anyways, that's my story time. Get out of here, Mrs. My favorite PE teacher I've ever had. Maybe I should do one about freshman year PE, because, oh man. Yeah, that was, I was very salty back then. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful, magical day. Woo!